Every physical product eventually reaches the end of the line. What starts as a highly desired necessity will inevitably transition into obsolete junk. This chart is the product lifecycle graph, and businesses use it to track that lifespan by measuring sales over time. The line begins below zero in the research and development phase, as companies sink heavy costs into designs and prototypes before a single unit hits a shelf. Even as the product launches into the introduction phase, sales trickle in slowly while advertising costs remain high. Once consumers catch on, the product enters the growth phase. Sales climb rapidly, and the initial investment finally turns a profit. Eventually, the product hits maturity, its absolute peak. Awareness is high, and advertising costs can finally be reduced. But this plateau is actually a danger zone, known as saturation. At this stage, everyone who wants the product already owns it. The market is flooded with competitors, and there is no more room for easy growth. Without intervention, the cycle enters decline. Consumer tastes shift, new technology arrives, and sales plummet until the product is finally withdrawn from the market. Take the original iPod. It dominated personal audio for years. But as music streaming and smartphones absorbed its exact features, standalone MP3 players entered terminal decline. Businesses do not simply watch their revenue collapse and accept it. When a product hits saturation, they deploy extension strategies, calculated moves designed to bend the sales curve back up and secure continuous profits. The most direct way to restart a product's momentum is to alter its physical form or visual presentation. This gives existing customers a reason to upgrade while capturing market segments that previously ignored the brand. One method is physically changing the product. Companies release line extensions, like introducing a new flavor, a larger size, or a slightly upgraded piece of technology. These updates are incredibly efficient. The first Ford Mondeo required 6 years and $6 billion in R&D. Swapping out a dashboard or tweaking an engine costs a fraction of that, skipping those massive initial development hurdles entirely. Sometimes the item itself doesn't need to change at all. Altering the packaging, like adding a sports cap to a water bottle, makes a mature product look modernized on the shelf without changing the actual contents. Pepsi repeatedly refreshed the color and layout of its cans over the decades. A sharper logo and a bolder blue helped the brand appeal to younger generations without altering a single drop of the cola recipe. These visual shifts cut through market fatigue. When consumers walk down a grocery aisle, a fresh design forces them to notice a brand they had started looking right past. Treating an old product to a physical facelift can trick the market into treating it like a brand new release, generating a secondary spike in the sales graph. The second category of survival strategies relies on perception. You can manipulate the marketing mix, how and where a product is sold, without touching the manufacturing process. A highly effective tactic is changing the product's usage. If everyone who needs your item for its original purpose already has it, you market a completely different reason to buy it. Look at Lucozade. For decades, it was marketed strictly as a medical recovery drink to help sick children regain their energy while stuck in bed. Eventually, the company rebranded it as a high-performance sports and fitness drink. The liquid inside stayed the same, but the new context opened up a massive, entirely new demographic. You can also pull other levers. Lowering the price quickly attracts budget-conscious buyers, while shifting from local brick-and-mortar stores to worldwide online distribution instantly expands the customer base. If an item has suffered bad publicity, changing its name or launching a completely new promotional campaign sheds that historical baggage and revives market interest. Shifting how, where, and to whom an existing product is sold is the most efficient way to save a brand from obsolescence when you can't afford to invent something new. Look back at the flat saturation plateau. Applying an extension strategy here pushes revenue upward once again. The decline is averted. Layering these interventions over time creates prolonged maturity, maximizing the return on original R&D investments for decades. Certain legacy brands combine deep consumer loyalty with these continuous interventions. This allows them to hold their position at the top of the market for generations, almost entirely bypassing the decline phase. Cadbury's Dairy Milk was launched in 1905. Through well over a century of constant marketing updates and packaging tweaks, it remains a high-status fixture on shelves today. Similarly, Coca-Cola utilizes relentless line extensions and promotional changes to maintain its status as a permanent fixture in the maturity phase. Success in business management depends on a continuous cycle of remixing and repositioning, ensuring the most recognizable brands never truly reach the final curtain.